The 1980s began with students living on the Sangamon State University campus for the first time.
It was 70 apartments, 52 two-bedroom and 18 one-bedroom apartments. And they were built under the provisions of the federal government had a college housing loan program. This was to be the great salvation of the campus. This is what was going to allow us to move forward and to get to the 10,000 students that we needed to have, and was the first step in the process.
A month later, the campus's second permanent building, the Public Affairs Center, opened its doors. It featured a nearly 2,000-seat Sangamon auditorium. In February 1981, the auditorium hosted its first event, a sold-out performance of Hal Holbrook's Mark Twain Tonight.
The opening of this building and the auditorium gave the community such a sense of ownership of this place that they hadn't had before.
That has been an open door to people in Springfield to come on the campus to hear the Illinois Symphony Orchestra, to hear the various plays and entertainers you folks have out there. And that's how people get acquainted with the university.
The theme of growth continued in September 1982 as President Lacey delivered a State of the University address calling for a major revision of the university's master plan and announcing the formation of a task force to explore a research center in public policy and administration on campus.
He came out of a background that involved, and I'm trying to remember, I think it was down in North Carolina, or maybe Georgia, where they had set up a major research policy center. And he had a vision of establishing something like that here. So there was that piece of it, which was more of a dream than anything else. It just was not going to be able to happen because of funding and other things.
Lacey said the plan would set the stage for SSU to become a national center for the study of government, politics, and public policy.
He came in with a different set of national experiences, and I think probably one of the biggest tensions, because we're struggling with it again, we've struggled with it continuously, was his view of how to pull the university together and diversify it.
Part of his vision included a much stronger international focus, which was highlighted by the annual International Student Festival. It began in 1977 and kept growing throughout the 1980s.
The annual international celebration is the event where the university's cultural diversity can be learned about and enjoyed. It gives the students a chance to develop and practice leadership and organizational skills. It provides students of different cultures an opportunity to work together.
President Lacey had a clear dedication to students. However, he earned a strange reputation in the 1980s when his wife started raising chickens at the president's house.
The president had eggs, and we had housing on the campus, and so he wanted to take care of our students. So he wanted to provide our students with farm fresh eggs at no cost to them. So once or twice a week, we had a banner, and someone from the president's house would come over and they would bring whatever eggs they had accrued over the course of that week, and we would put a banner out at the front or in the back balcony of Cox's house that said, "Eggs today."
After 6 years in the president's office, Lacey would announce his plans to retire in early 1984.
I would say that period, you know, when we look back on it, is going to be viewed as a very important period, because it was a transition out of the first president, and it was bound to be painful. And hopefully people will look back and give him a lot more credit than I think he's been given.
As the decade neared its midpoint, SSU welcomed its third president when Dr. Durwood Long, a former scholar in residence at the National Association of State Universities and land-grant colleges, took office on July 1st, 1984.
Durwood was the right man to come in at that point in time, and he was a mover and a shaker, and he did alienate some faculty and so forth.
President Long was much more of a businessman, and so his orientation was trying to find ways to to grow the campus and to bring revenue in, and that was really kind of a top priority.
Under Long's leadership, the campus's physical growth would continue as enrollment increased.